Hello, and welcome to Of the People, a time for choosing. This country, this world, it is now a time for choosing. Let's look at what's going on. Germany, by the way, for the first time since World War II, is stationing troops outside its borders in Lithuania. There is now a Red Sea coalition, or a coalition led by America, to combat the attacks from the Houthi rebels, which are Iranian-backed rebels, in the Red Sea as well. You have Ukraine, who is losing the war, and anybody who tells you that Ukraine is not losing the war is lying to you. They are losing. They will lose. It's only a question of what the compromise is. And Israel is winning the war. That is the backdrop to the world we are in. But it is more important than that. Is it a time for choosing? No longer is moral equivalence acceptable. No longer is one man's terrorist another man's freedom fighter. That's what we're talking about here. The bigger picture is that we are all now involved in a war for the future of humanity. There are tentacles here in this country. They've been going on for quite some time. Black Lives Matter, social justice, BDS movement, pro-Palestinian movement, all the anti-Semitism that you see. And let's be really clear. Anti-Semitism is the canary in the coal mine. The issue is not just anti-Semitism. That's bad enough. When freedom is on the wane, you see a rise in anti-Semitism. You saw it in Hitler's Germany in the 30s. You saw it in the tail end of the Ottoman Empire. You saw it in the Roman Empire. This is an age-old story. Now, Barry Weiss, who used to be a reporter for the New York Times, and now I forget her publication, gave an incredibly deep and understanding speech to the Heritage Foundation just about what's at stake. And it's not just anti-Semitism, right? Because who cares about the Jews? Age-old trope as well. But there is a connection between academia and what we're seeing at the FBI and their war on Catholicism. There is a connection between Black Lives Matter and the Muslim Brotherhood. There is a connection between that they're not teaching civics anymore and the breakdown in family values. And there's a connection between rise in crime, even though the FBI says there isn't a rise in crime because the statistics don't bear it out, that there's a rise in crime and defunding the police. This isn't rocket science. So as we are in this holiday spirit and we reflect on family and faith and those things, understand that this is a time for choosing and time for choosing sides. Because the war, the Hamas war, or the war in the Middle East, and the war in Ukraine, and the potential war if China goes into Taiwan, these are all connected. And they're connected to all the domestic upheaval that you're seeing in this country, leading up to what will be a very interesting election in 2024, if in fact we have an unfettered one. We'll have one. The question isn't unfettered. So as you reflect on these things, understand that this is a time for choosing which side you're on. And if you don't make a choice as to which side of history you're going to be on and what you're going to fight for and what you stand for, that in itself is a choice. Stay tuned for the main part of the show. We will be right back. And don't forget, at the end of the show, we're doing our drawing for the Sig Sauer Academy raffle. $250 is going to end up in somebody's Christmas stockings. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.